Ben Simmons is back. After sitting out the entire 2025-26 NBA season, the former All-Star has resurfaced, not on a basketball court, but at a player-led minicamp for the Australian national men's basketball team in Melbourne, and according to Mark Spears of ESPN and Anscape, he is expected to be a full participant with zero restrictions. That single phrase, zero restrictions, is doing a lot of heavy lifting right now. Because for a player whose career over the last 4 years has been defined by restrictions, absences, controversies, and question marks, showing up healthy and willing in Melbourne is at least something, and it has NBA front offices paying attention. Several NBA teams have expressed interest in Simmons, who is reportedly open to signing a minimum contract. One source told Spears that he already has a non-guaranteed offer on the table from a Western Conference team. So this is not speculation. The market for Ben Simmons is real, and the Los Angeles Lakers are squarely in the conversation. Here is the full picture: the facts, the risks, the fit, and what Los Angeles should actually do. To understand where Simmons stands today, you have to trace where things went wrong. He entered the league in 2016 as the first overall pick by the Philadelphia 76ers. He made 3 All-Star teams. He won Rookie of the Year in 2018. At his peak, he was a 6'9" point guard who could guard 5 positions, push the pace in transition, and orchestrate an offense without needing the ball in isolation. Then came the 2021 NBA playoffs, and everything changed. His refusal to shoot in critical moments against the Atlanta Hawks, followed by a complete breakdown of his relationship with the 76ers organization, led to a trade demand, a year-long standoff, and eventually a deal to the Brooklyn Nets in 2022 in Brooklyn. A back injury derailed his debut season. He played only 42 games across 2 seasons with the Nets before being released. He then joined the Los Angeles Clippers, where his role shrank to a limited reserve. Minutes were inconsistent, and injuries continued to pile up. Last season, he did not play a single game. He stepped away entirely, spent time recovering, and focused heavily on fishing. Now, heading into the 2026-27 season, he is a 30-year-old free agent with something to prove and reportedly a body that is finally healthy. Start with the money a minimum contract carries. Almost no financial risk for a franchise like the Lakers. If Simmons fails to contribute, the team moves on. There is no long-term commitment, no salary cap damage, no complicated buyout scenario. The exposure is minimal. Now look at what he actually brings on the floor when healthy. Simmons is a 6'9" guard with elite-level defensive versatility. He can switch on to guards, wings, and forwards without losing a step. He can guard multiple positions in a single possession in a league where perimeter defense and switchability are premium assets. That profile is genuinely valuable, and it directly addresses one of the Lakers' biggest weaknesses heading into next season. Then there is the playmaking. Los Angeles has Luka Doncic as the primary creator and Austin Reeves as a secondary initiator. Adding Simmons gives the team a third ball mover, someone who can push in transition, make reads in the pick and roll, and operate as a connector between the stars and the role players. The Luka Simmons pick and roll partnership, in theory, has real teeth. Simmons finishes at the rim, protects the paint on the other end, and lets Doncic operate off the pressure his presence creates. As writer Colin Keane of Lake Show Life acknowledged, without much fiscal risk involved at all, the Lakers might be tempted to take a look at Simmons and see if his defensive versatility can be additive in the way that one assumes it would be, provided Simmons stays healthy, which is a humongous if, and actually still desires to play the sport of basketball, which remains another big mystery that, quote, captures the appeal accurately. On paper, the fit makes sense, the price is right, the need is real, but paper and reality are two very different things. When it comes to Ben Simmons, the most obvious problem is health. Simmons has not played a full, meaningful season since 2020-21 with the 76ers. His back has been a chronic issue. He sat out an entire year, 2025-26, not because of a specific acute injury, but because he needed time to fully heal from an accumulation of physical problems. Even optimistic projections for his return have to account for the fact that his body has not held up consistently at the NBA level in years. Then there is the shooting, or complete lack of it. Simmons has never been a threat from three-point range, and his free throw shooting has, historically, been a liability in late-game situations. The modern NBA is built on floor spacing. Teams live and die by the three-point line. When Simmons is on the floor without shooting ability, defenses do not have to respect him from distance, which collapses driving lanes for Doncic and Reeves and disrupts the offensive flow the Lakers are trying to build. Beyond the physical concerns, there is the question of character and commitment. Keane wrote directly about this risk, saying it's the whole execution and playing basketball thing that Simmons has failed at time and time again since. Around 2021 or so Terrace, also the locker room chemistry and culture risk. You take on by taking a flyer on Simmons' head one step away from becoming a cancer if he suddenly decides once again that he doesn't want to play, fakes an injury, or feels above the things that Redick and staff are. Asking him to do that is not a minor concern. JJ Redick has worked to build a specific culture in Los Angeles centered on accountability effort. And buy-in Simmons' history with the 76ers includes refusing to play in playoff games, demanding a trade, and effectively holding an organization hostage for months. His time with the Nets and Clippers featured minimal impact and declining engagement. Whether he is genuinely reset mentally and physically is an open question, and the Lakers would be gambling with their locker room culture to find out. The consensus among those covering the Lakers closely is consistent: do not rush this. Keen's conclusion at LakeshowLife.com was deliberate and measured. Here's what I'd do about Simmons if I were the Lakers. Wait it out, let him sign with another team this offseason, and see if this is real, or if this is just more of the usual Ben Simmons. That logic is sound. A Western Conference team already has a non-guaranteed offer on the table for Simmons. That means Los Angeles does not need to be the first team to take the risk. Let another organization absorb the uncertainty. Let Simmons prove he can stay healthy, contribute on both ends, and maintain his commitment through a full season or even a significant stretch of games. If he does that, the Lakers can revisit the conversation with actual evidence rather than projections built on a Melbourne minicamp. This is the rational approach. The Lakers are not in a position where they need to take a leap of faith on a reclamation project right now. Have real targets like Jonathan Kuminga and Peyton Watson, along with other wing defenders with more reliable recent track records. Simmons is not the first option. He is a fallback, and only a reasonable one if he proves something first. What this situation really reveals is the Lakers' current roster reality. Los Angeles needs length on the perimeter. They need defensive versatility. They need another playmaker who can function without dominating the ball. Simmons at his best checks all three boxes, but his best is several years removed, and the path back to it is unclear. If Kuminga or Watson land elsewhere, and if the Lakers' other targets dry up before the roster is complete, Simmons becomes a more serious conversation. A mid-season signing, if he has performed well with another team by then, would be the low-risk version of this gamble. That is when the Lakers should look hardest for now. The move is to watch Ben Simmons returning to the Australian national team minicamp with zero restrictions is a positive signal, not a guarantee. One minicamp does not erase 4 years of questions, but it opens a door that was fully closed just months ago. Simmons took last season off in hopes of completely healing from injuries. Whether that healing translates back into effective NBA basketball is the only question that matters, and only games will answer it.